Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome. Welcome to the Eddie Show. For now, because I have a podcast coming out called Eddie and the Heel, which which means I will be breaking down along with my co-host, the Heel. We will be breaking down the Raw and SmackDown matches each week as they happen in real time. We are practicing it right now. We don't know when it's going to launch. We don't have a launch date of starting this whole podcast, but it's going to be a big production. And anybody that wants to see this production is more than welcome. This production is going to be, was my choice. So I am the host of it with my co-host, Jamie. So shout out to him. He's my co-host for my podcast. We and him are working on this podcast together. It's very interesting. It's going to be interesting. And I think you're going to like this podcast because it's going to break down Raw and SmackDown in the way I've never broken it down before or did it. I'm practicing it right now. I don't know when it's going to launch. We don't have an official launch date yet for the podcast. So when I do, I will come on here and let you guys know. I don't know when we're going to start doing it live. I have no clue of any of that. He's in charge of that. He's working out everything, how we're going to do it. But it's going to be a big presentation that I think you guys are all going to enjoy because it's very entertaining. We are not just going to be breaking down Raw and SmackDown. No. Not just on this podcast. But since we are working on it and we worked on it today, it officially started working today on it. We are going to be breaking down. I don't know if you guys have heard me talk about the H2O wrestling that I've went to this past year. It's an indie wrestling event. So I'm going to eventually, we are going to, well, me and my co-host are going to eventually go to an H2O event and bring our podcast that we're starting on the road to the H2O arena. We're eventually going to get invited to do our podcast at the H2O arena for one of the H2O shows. So we're going to do a podcast about so much wrestling, you're going to be like, wait a minute, this is too much. But it's going to be a fun podcast. I'm very excited. I officially worked on it today. And I hope you guys will all tune in to when the day it launches because it's going to be the coolest, fun podcast you've ever seen me do. I say that because this is something I've wanted to do. This was my idea. And I'm very, very excited for you guys to see this new chapter in my life. This is a different chapter in my life. I know I do YouTube. I know that. But this is different because I'm going to have two things to do now. YouTube and a podcast. And I'm going to have double the work and I know it. And I know what you're all thinking like, whoa, can you handle it? Number one, yes I can. Because I do it on here. For YouTube. So for me, doing a podcast is going to be a little bit different, but it's also going to be interesting and fun. And I want you all to tune in when we do this because it's going to be a big production. This ain't just going to be no little production, I'm telling you. What my co-host has got lined up for us, this is going to be a big production. And I hope you guys all tune in. I don't know when it's going to launch and when we're going to start it, but it's going to be fun. And I hope you guys know I'm all in for this podcast. I'm ready to do it. I'm excited. I practiced it today. And I cannot wait till we launch this podcast because you guys are going to see a different side of me than you've ever seen. It is going to be awesome. And I hope you guys will come support the channel, support the podcast when I launch it, baby. It's going to take my life and me into a different path, and it's going to be awesome. And I hope you guys are all ready for the ride for my new podcast to soon be launching. Don't have a date yet, but I'll let you guys know. It's going to be a big production, and we're going to have a great time. And I have a great team, so this is a big production. I hope you guys will all join me for it, and it's going to be fun and awesome. Talk to you later. Have a great day. Don't forget to check out the Heel and Eddie podcast when it launches. Don't have a date yet, but I'll let you know. Have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel today. It's the Heel and Eddie podcast coming up. Don't know when it's coming up, honestly, but it's going to be a fun podcast. I'm telling you. You guys are going to blow your mind and be like, whoa, this is a side of me you've never seen before. This podcast is going to be awesome. I hope you guys will all tune in for it. It's a different side to me. You're going to see a whole different side of me than you've ever seen before. And I'm very excited. I hope you guys are too. And I can't wait to see you guys when I start this. Oh, it's going to be a ride and fun. Let's get ready for the ride and let's have fun, you guys. This is going to be awesome. Let's go. Don't forget to subscribe today. Have a great day. Bye-bye.